Time to do the job. Time to do the job! Behold the jobber of jobbers. Danimal Jobber.
What's up, everybody? This is the D-Job, Danimal Jobber from the Edmonton area. And I'm here to preview tomorrow night's WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So, of course, this is the Jobbing Out with Danimal Jobber WWE Extreme Rules preview and prediction show. It's going to be a quick video here today because there's only 6 matches. It's a fairly light pay-per-view. Doesn't look like there's a lot of major events happening except for determining the number 1 contender for for Brock Lesnar's title at Great Balls of Fire. So yeah, and of course all the titles are at least on the line this time, so that's good. As well, Raw should be doing well all the titles except for the Universal title, of course, which unfortunately. You know how I feel about that one. I'm quite upset that the Universal title has been kept undefended for so long. I think that's really unfair to the WWE audience. So anyways, there's 6 matches. There may be more announced, or maybe, I got a feeling they may announce a kickoff show match. But, I don't know. Well, as of this point, Saturday after early morning, there's no mention of a kickoff match. So I'm going to do the 6 matches I know about. And that's going to be the show today. So anyways, first off, for my Cruiserweights, of course, Danimal Jobber, self-proclaimed Duke of the Cruiserweights. Means I love those Cruiserweights. And we have a mixed tag team match they've been building for, well, months, really, with the Alicia Fox storyline. Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. And we have a mixed tag team that they really got the heat going in the last couple of weeks between Rich Swann and Sasha Banks against Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. And, well, it's going to be a fun match. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if it really matters who wins. I don't see any reason why Noam Dar and Alicia Fox would win, except for the fact that they've been some mainstay on 205 Live, whereas Sasha Banks is more of a guest performer. But I got a feeling that they're going to have the baby faces win and give people, cheering, exciting, dancing around, going, ooh, ooh, can you handle this? Ooh, ooh, can you handle this? Watching him and Alicia Fox do their little moves there. So, my prediction is Rich Swann and Sasha Banks are going to pick up the victory there one way or another. Then we have the Women's Raw Championship. Are you kidding me? Defended on a kendo stick on a pole match. Wow. I thought we were done the age of asking ladies to do strange things to be wrestlers. Really, the match itself is just climb the pole, get the kendo stick, and use it. But I don't know. There's just so much, other stuff. I got a feeling the crowd may be making some comments about the pole. But anyways, so what it is, that's the match they chose to do. I guess we can't just have pure women's wrestling and show respect for these ladies as the great athletes that they are. Alexa Bliss should retain the title here. Bayley's got to build some momentum. She just isn't there yet, I don't think. Not in the main roster, anyways. Obviously, she was phenomenal on NXT, but I think on the main roster, she'll have somewhere to go. And Alexa Bliss has just knocked it out of the park as women's champion. So, and both on SmackDown Live when she was there, and now on Raw, she's a phenomenal heel. Just amazing to get people to want to see her lose that title. Just a great representative for the heels, holding that title on her waist. Even during that horrible segment the WWE would like to forget on the This Is Your Life, Bayley segment on Raw the other day. Still, nothing wrong with Alexa Bliss. She was prim and perfect and proper and looked amazing and brandished that red belt around her waist like she owned it. She belongs as women's champion right now, so no, Bayley, it's not time for Bayley to beat her for this. So, I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure Bayley gets some good shots in with that kendo stick, with the pole. The stick pole. stick a pole up. Nice to meet your pole. Don't say pole. Pulley, 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 pulley! There. Out of my system. Back to the program. But in the end, I think Alexa Bliss retains her title, and then I'm pretty sure she's the favorite anyways. Then, the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Hardy Boys! Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Oh! This is going to be a pretty good match. And strangely enough, and I hope they're just yanking her chain, but Cesaro and Sheamus are favored to win this match and win the title. I don't know why you do that to the Hardy Boys. If I knew or suspected that WWE had finally paid, Vince had forked up the dough to get the Broken Hardy gimmick, then I could see it happening, because then the Hardy Boys will be broken and upset losing the title in this. Oh, it's a steel cage match. I need to add that. In this steel cage, they get broken and beat and bloodied and well, so to speak. In a PG era, you may not see a lot of blood, or maybe any blood. They're not supposed to make red matches anymore, as they used to call them, or probably still do. But I don't see any reason why, all things being equal, why you want the Hardys to be losing the title, chasing the title, unless they're going to break them up. There was talk about Matt Hardy having a singles run. He was a great singles wrestler. Jeff Hardy's legendary in the ring with Matt or without Matt. So unless they're going to give him singles runs, which seems weird because there's so many singles wrestlers on the roster already, in the tag team division really isn't that strong. I think they really need the Hardy Boys as the tag team. And I think that's tag team champions as far as I'm concerned, but, well, we'll see. But, yeah, they're predicting the Sheamus and Cesaro to win. I'm hoping they're swerving us. I'm picking the Hardy Boys to still retain. Steel cage, it'll be great. That's the Hardy Boys element when they're in an uncertain situation. I hope that they don't lose the title here. I hope they manage to find a way to retain it. So, yeah, Hardy Boys to retain the title versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Family, what you gonna do? As we have my Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville and Austin Aries, A-Double himself. And this is a match I've been waiting for a long time for, because it's been building way too long. It's been going on way too long. 3 months in the making, or almost, for this the third time these guys are going to face in the rubber match to decide who's the Cruiserweight champion. And Neville's favored to win, although the way that they built up Austin Aries as the underdog, and they had him with the injured knee and everything, and they really played up his injured knee, and how it'd be like an epic struggle for him to win the title against Neville with this injured knee. I don't know, my gut still told me that Austin Aries may walk out as champion, even though Neville is the favorite. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that's not the case, because I'm personally I want Neville to retain the title. I like Neville as champion, but the way they've built this match up, the way that Neville and TJP beat down Austin Aries on 205 Live again last week, I'm predicting A-Double is Austin Aries is about to win the Cruiserweight Championship. So I don't think it's time for Neville to drop the title necessarily, but it looks like that's maybe what's going to happen. I said, I hope I'm wrong. If Neville retains the title, I'll be a happy man. I hope he doesn't. Obviously, it's a submission match. So there is no disqualifications, no pinfalls. You have to say, I quit. You have to submit, tap out to lose the match. So there'll be less chance of shenanigans in this match than there normally is. So we'll see. Obviously Neville can't get himself disqualified to retain the title. There will be a decisive winner, and the loser will be decisively tapping out to end the match. So, and then Dean Ambrose defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. And this is a disqualification cost Dean Ambrose the title match. So if Dean Ambrose gets disqualified this time, like the last time him and Miz met on Raw, Dean Ambrose will lose the Intercontinental Championship. And The Miz is favored to win the title. And Dean Ambrose has had a good run. He hasn't really had many title defenses. So if he were to retain the title, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'd be happy. But I think they're going to go with The Miz. The Miz was such a strong heel presence on SmackDown Live, and I think they really want The Miz to be the same strong heel presence on Raw as the champion. So I'm predicting The Miz to beat Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title, which unfortunately will probably continue the feud at least one more match for the rematch for Dean Ambrose, but I think that's going to happen. Whether it'll be a disqualification, shenanigans, quite possibly could and should be. I mean, really, why create a stipulation like that if you're not going to have something to do with it? And the guy that would win due to that stipulation is going to win anyways. Why would you not find a way to make that stipulation the reason he wins? So, yes, I'm picking The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship from Dean Ambrose. So anyways, then we have the Fatal 5-Way for the number 1 contendership for Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship, he will defend it at Great Balls of Fire, the next Raw branded pay-per-view, between Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns. And that's going to be quite the match between the best Raw has to offer. And I'm hoping that the prediction, or that the favorite in this match is wrong. It's favored to be Samoa Joe. I'm sure that'd be a good match against Brock Lesnar. I think they're too close together in personalities at this point. They need to have a separation. I don't think that's the match to have at Great Balls of Fire. I think it should be Finn Balor. Maybe honorable mention to Seth Rollins, but I think that he deserves a championship match anyways to try to a rematch for his Universal Championship. He never really lost because he lost due to injury. But either way, I think Finn Balor would be a better choice because their personalities are different enough right now that it'd make for a good match at Great Balls of Fire. I don't know if you need Brock Lesnar trying to be a dominant babyface over Samoa Joe, if that's going to go over well. I think they're just too close to being heelish for my taste. But the favorite is Samoa Joe. But I'm going to pick Finn Balor because that's what I really want to see happen. And I hope they're wrong about it. I hope they're just swerving us by having Samoa Joe as the favorite, and that Finn Balor does come up on top of this match because I think he's the guy that deserves the next title shot. So, anyways, that's all. That's the 6 matches that are on the card. This, as I mentioned, or maybe I'm not sure if I even did mention, to remind you that this is a Raw branded pay-per-view, and so these are all Raw exclusive matches, and of course the Cruiserweights are considered to be Raw talent. No pun intended, honest. They're very polished talent, actually, but they are on Raw. They are part of the Raw roster, so to speak. And, of course, they have their matches on Raw every week. So, yeah, this is going tomorrow night. It's from Baltimore, I think they said, where the pay-per-view is being held. I think that's what they said is Baltimore. And it should be interesting. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one title change, if not several. So there's half of the titles are rumored to change hands tomorrow on the pay-per-view. So anyways, my predictions once again. I have Rich Swann and Sasha Banks over Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. I have Austin Aries beating Neville for the Cruiserweight Championships in the submission match, getting Neville to tap out. I have Alexa Bliss retaining the Women's Raw Championship in a kendo stick on a pole match against Bayley. I have the Hardy Boys retaining the Raw Tag Team Championship against Cesaro and Sheamus. And I have The Miz beating Dean Ambrose in the submission, cost Dean Ambrose the title match to gain the Intercontinental Championship. And I have Finn Balor winning the Fatal 5-Way to become the new number 1 contender to Brock Lesnar's title and to face him at Great Balls of Fire. Oh, and just to remind you once again, that awesome tag team match between the Hardys and Cesaro and Sheamus is in a steel cage. Oh, yeah. It's going to be exciting, going to be great. Hope you guys will check it out exclusively on the WWE Network, and of course, some people may pay big bucks for the pay-per-view version of it, although I'm not sure why. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up with that. This is Edmonton area's D-Job Danimal, Daniel Jobber, and this has been my Jobbing Out with Danimal, Daniel Jobber, WWE Extreme Rules Preview and Prediction Show. You can follow me on Twitter at Daniel Jobber with a capital D, capital J. You can follow me on Instagram under Danimal Daniel Jobber, all lowercase letters. Check out my awesome website, DanimalDanielJobber.ca, for all my fun stuff and my Cruiserweight Power Rankings. And, of course, my Jobbing Out with Daniel Jobber 205 Live and WWE Cruiserweight reports, at least the old ones, and a link to the current version. And a lot of other fun stuff. So, and if you really want to send me an email, you can. I still take emails at DanimalDanielJobber@gmail.com. And, of course, you can also go on my website, DanimalDanielJobber.ca. I have discuss at the bottom of many of my pages, where you can leave me comments there. So please do. Love to hear what you have to say. Love to know you were there. It'd be like a guest book. So sign up for Discus if you haven't already. There's lots of websites using it. And leave me comments and leave other people comments, because that's one of the things we make these videos for, is to touch base with you and to get feedback and find out what you think, as well as to entertain you and to give you information about what's going on. So I guess I should also give a plug to my Edmonton Sports Podcast Network, which hosts my Cruiserweight reports. You can check them out on YouTube, Google Play, iTunes, and the amazing cell phone app Podbean. And of course, if you like what you see, make sure you let us know, of course. And go to whatamaneuver.net to the Edmonton SPN, -SPN collection, and buy official merchandise from the Edmonton Sports Podcast Network, including, you guessed it, the official Danimal Daniel Jobber t-shirt, hoodie, long sleeve shirt, kitty shirts, and baby onesies. You can have my face on your shirt and be a little jobber, be a member of the Jobber Squad, sorry. And of course, I'm very excited about that, and I'm probably going to show you a few pictures here. Of what kind of merchandise you can get from Danimal Daniel Jobber on the whatamaneuver.net shop. So anyways, check it out. Support me with the merchandise if you can. Show me videos and pictures of showing off your Danimal Daniel Jobber shirts and hoodies and stuff. And you guys have a wonderful week. Enjoy the pay-per-view. We'll see you next week for Jobbing Out Cruiserweight Report. Jobber out!
Time to do the job. Time to do the job! Behold the jobber of jobbers. Daniel Jobber.